Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Here's a quick assessment of the messages that Pakistan has sent out globally and regionally after participating in three important geostrategic initiatives. One was the SCO FM Forum in Goa. Second was the Chinese-Pakistan Foreign Ministers Strategic Dialogue in Islamabad. And third was trilateral dialogue between China, Pakistan, and Afghanistan's foreign ministers. So, what are the five messages we think are important? Number one, Pakistan remains committed to regionalism and regional connectivity. It sees that as a critical factor in Pakistan's economic progress and trade in the region and beyond. And that's why it participated in Goa, in India, despite the bilateral relationship and the tensions there. And the point was emphasized during the Foreign Minister's speech in Goa. He made it very clear that Pakistan remains committed, but Pakistan understands that regional connectivity cannot come to fruition wholly and fully until and unless Security Council resolutions aren't fully implemented. If they are violated and if disputes persist, genuine regional connectivity cannot take place, as is the case. Obviously, we can see that he didn't say that, but we know the GT road connection for India into Central Asia and beyond doesn't become functional until things don't come back to normal between India and Pakistan. Number two, the emphasis that bilateralism is important for Pakistan, but on the basis of principles, and that he very clearly articulated in his press conference with the Pakistani journalists in Goa, where he said Pakistan-India relations remain unchanged unless August 4, 2019 situation and steps taken on Kashmir aren't reversed, and also that Pakistan's Kashmir position remains the same. It has to be done bilaterally, and the starting point has to be the UN Security Council resolutions. So this is the second message, and he gave that at the Indian media also, as he participated in a couple of interviews. Third point is that China remains the cornerstone of Pakistan's geostrategic, economic, and overall development. It remains the cornerstone. Basically, there are mutual benefits of this relationship, and there's a shared vision of peace, and very specific issues like CPEC were raised, and how Pakistan's economic progress and how is Pakistan going to move forward. The work that had slowed down in CPEC, that was raised. ML1, a critical geostrategically important railway project, spread over 700 kilometers, that was also raised and discussed. And so that point was emphasized, and Pakistan sees its links with China as really organic, and they've grown over the past decades. China is a reliable partner. China is a trustworthy partner. We can have differences, but it's all out in the open between the two of them, and so that it's a reliable partner that Pakistan has enjoyed a solid relationship over the last 5-6 decades. Then basically Afghan peace, point 4, Afghan peace is critical, and that if you're looking at regional connectivity, unless there's peace in Afghanistan, you cannot actually fully benefit from the connectivity. It cannot get operationalized, and for that there was the acting foreign minister from Afghanistan also, and the point was to sit down together, the three countries, and see how can China help, how can Pakistan help, and Pakistan is also facing the issue of terrorism emanating from Afghanistan. So all these multiple factors were raised. Chinese possibility of investing further in Afghanistan, Afghanistan's whole policy towards women, that was also raised. How is Afghanistan dealing with the steps that the United States has taken in terms of freezing money that belongs to Afghanistan? So multiple factors were raised. Important meeting, we are told, and the purpose is to take Afghanistan towards one, global engagement, two, starting with actually internal reforms, security, and engagement with the countries in the region. hence Afghan peace. And finally, I mean, the fifth point was that Pakistan doesn't believe in bloc politics. And it's important to emphasize that Pakistan's critical, long-lasting, reliable, trustworthy member, I repeat, is China. Friend is China, and that will remain so. Having said that, it is not a zero-sum game. Pakistan, since the 50s, 60s, has been engaged with both major powers, then weren't that major, but has ever since remained engaged with both the powers. The architecture with China is very different from what it is with the United States and other Western countries. Pakistan is not in the business of choosing one over the other. Foreign Minister made that very clear, and that is Pakistan's vision. So these issues, important and worth noting, underscoring. The message is clear from Pakistan. We may be in trouble. We are in the economic doldrums, so to say, no mincing words, but that doesn't in any way change Pakistan's vision in terms of, what regional integration means, what bilateralism on principle means, what its own vision of its future means. So no compromises on that. Very hard work needed to pull itself out of this economic mess. And so what did friend China say to Pakistan? Friend China said, hey, you guys have to improve your political situation within the country. And the Chinese foreign minister said publicly that Pakistan has to work out its political differences so there is political stability within the country so that you can face the challenges that are internal and external, economic and otherwise. That's all for now. Goodbye. Khuda Hafiz. Thank you.